Portland is an absolutely beautiful city, and it's full of so much quirky culture, and I absolutely love it here, but there is definitely kind of like a dark underside to it.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.
You can see it at basically anywhere you drive, tent cities and people that are not even getting the basics that you need to just have human dignity.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part.
Everything came to a halt in the spring and businesses were closing, businesses couldn't get their brand in front of new audiences. More and more, the small businesses and the makers and the designers had to take a step back.
It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
It's really important to look at what we're building during this time, how we're thriving, what things we're holding close to us, what relationships we're building upon, what materialistic things we're letting go of, what ways we're doing to have self-care so that we can survive day after day and be happy during this pandemic.
All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good.
Portland, I think, is made up of people who are willing to think outside the box and go through the process of accepting the current state and then finding new solutions.
Our volunteers have stepped up in the food pantry tremendously. We have all ages. We've had 5-year-olds all the way up to 90-year-olds that have been coming and helping.
Instead of just taking from the community, both monetarily and sometimes emotionally for people, we want to give back.
I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part.
To me, Portland is just not about biking and eatery, but it's about the rich history that I have here as a Black woman.
Initially, when I moved here, it was kind of a culture shock, meaning it's mostly white, there's low diversity, and it's just very liberal. I feel that Portland is more accepting of different people. I will say, though, there is a dark side,
Well, there's a lot of subtle racism here, and people like to say that it's not here, we're progressive, but we're not that progressive. But I'm hopeful that we'll get to a better place.
It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life?
I have to say, Portland showed up heavy for those protests. This was the Portland culture before. It's not just a pandemic, we're bored, let's get out here. This is how Portland, at least from what I've seen, people usually speak up pretty well on these issues.
Oregon was not welcoming to Black people. And there were some exclusion laws in Oregon that I believe was on Oregon's constitution until about 2006. And I believe that is why it's so important to say, yes, Black Lives Matter here.
Just hold on tight.
To keep moving forward, we got to continue to work together as a collective in our community and just do some small changes and showing up to make sure we support locally owned businesses. That's important, especially now in this COVID era, right? And have honest, genuine relationships with folks, especially people of color.
I just can't believe people are so affected by words, but it's true. The words that you tell yourself or you speak into yourself, that affects your life. So it's important to speak positivity and encourage your own self if you have to, but also put that out into the world too.
so hard. I know you've done your part.
I hope that people remember how important, in the end, community is.
Just having respect for one another's cultures and, different backgrounds, that helps a lot with getting us to where we need to be as people.
We have to continue to be there for each other and love on each other. All need it. Just wrap me in love, because we need it.
If you have community members, and if you have family and friends that you love, continue to support them, because if you support each other during this time, that's how we're gonna get through it.
Don't give up.